Here are my top tips on how to get a graduate job in the UK. Tip number 1. Make sure you have an up-to-date and fully complete CV and cover letter. For this, I would recommend going onto the Harvard University website and browsing through their templates. Tip number 2. Make sure you know what you actually want to go into. When applying for graduate jobs, a lot of people will apply for many roles across many sectors. So for example, if you've just finished a business degree, you might be applying for banking, you might be applying for project delivery, you might be applying for consultancy, and so on. However, I'd advise narrowing this down to one profession. The reason being is when you get to the assessment centre stage of your application or the one-to-one interview, you want to be full of knowledge about the profession that you want to go into. And by narrowing down your preference into one profession, you can fill yourself with all the knowledge about that profession rather than having to try and remember different things about multiple professions. So rather than having average knowledge across say 3-4 different professions, you could have top tier knowledge across that one profession and solely focus on that. And that leads me on to tip number 3, which is to make sure that you research the companies that you're going to be applying for as well as the profession. For example, when I was doing my one-to-one interview in the final stage of the graduate job that I'm currently in, one of the questions I was asked is, what do I know about project management? Because I was applying for a project management job, I made sure to do research around this, and one of the key things that I picked up was the 5 stages of a project lifecycle. Because I had done this research prior to the one-to-one interview, I was able to talk about this and also apply it in my own context. Tip number 4. Make sure you familiarize yourself with either STAR or PEAL. STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, Result, and PEAL stands for Point, Evidence, Explanation, Link. When you get asked questions such as, tell me about a time where you worked in a team, you want to be able to use either STAR or PEAL, and it's good to think about 3 to 4 different types of STAR or PEAL answers. This will ensure that you're covered in all of these situations. And tip number 5 is to not be disheartened by a job application rejection. Graduate job hunting is very tough and chances are you're going to be rejected quite a few times. In the moment, you might feel quite sad about it and feel quite lost. However, you'll eventually get that graduate job that you want, and afterwards you'll be thinking to yourself, why was I worried in the first place? So don't put yourself down if you get rejected. Persevere and you'll get there. If you want to see more graduate job advice videos and maybe even a part 2, then make sure you're following me and leave a like, comment and share.